What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the BettingPros YouTube channel. We're back this week, and today we're going to be talking about the Divisional Round games on the slate. I will be giving you my picks, as well as letting you know what the consensus is right now. Let's talk about the first game. The first game is the Indianapolis Colts going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 5-point favorites in this game with an over-under of 57. While the Chiefs have allowed just 18 points per game at home compared to 34.6 points per game on the road, it likely had something to do with the lack of competition while at home. Similar to Houston, the Chiefs' defense relies on a heavy pass rush, and if they don't get to Luck, who's been sacked just 9 times in the last 13 games, they're going to have some issues. The Colts' defense has been solid, but they've also had one of the easiest schedules this year, so expect a shootout in Kansas City with Andrew Luck going toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. I expect the Colts to keep this one close enough to where you should take the 5 points as well as the over. The consensus agrees, as they have 64% of their picks on the Colts. Up next, we have the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles is favored by 7 points in this game, and the over-under is set at 49. The point differential between the Cowboys and their opponents this year was 15 points. They scored just 15 more points than their opponents did all year. The point differential between the Rams and their opponents was 143 points. It's also worth noting that the Cowboys were just 3-5 away from home and 1-3 in non-conference games this year, while the Rams were 7-1 at home and 4-0 in non-conference games. With 2 weeks to prepare and Todd Gurley healthy, the Rams should control this game from start to finish. I'm taking the Rams minus 7 points, though the consensus does slightly disagree with me on this one, as 52% have chosen the Cowboys. On to Sunday's games, we have the Los Angeles Chargers visiting the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 4-point favorites in this game with the over-under set at 51. This is Tom Brady's time to shine. It's the NFL playoffs. Don't doubt him this time of the year, especially when he's at home and playing against Phillip Rivers, who's played 7 times in his career and beat him every single time. It's pretty rough that the Chargers also have to travel across the country for this game while the Patriots are coming off 2 weeks of rest. This is one of the toughest games to call for me, as the 4-point line is almost exactly where I would have set it. But let me tell you, there's nothing worse than rooting against Tom Brady in a playoff game. I'll take the Patriots giving the 4 points. The consensus disagrees with me on this one quite strongly, as 67% have chosen the Chargers. And the last game of the week, we have the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are the biggest favorite of the week at 8 points, with the over-under climbing up to 51 points. Many will look at the matchup between these two teams back in Week 11 and think that it's going to be a blowout like that 48-7 stomping, but you should really reconsider. When teams meet for the second time, it's much tougher to surprise them with your game plan. Doug Peterson and the Eagles have done a phenomenal job as of late game planning, and it showed when they went into Soldier Field to beat the Bears. While I won't pick the Eagles to win this game outright, the Saints were not clicking on all cylinders towards the end of the regular season and will have a tough time covering that 8-point spread. I'm going to take the defending champs getting 8 points here. The consensus is very close, though 56% of them are leaning the New Orleans Saints. Thank you for watching, as always, and make sure to let us know in the comment section below which teams you're picking this weekend. Also, make sure to click that red subscribe button to get notified when we post videos in the coming weeks.